right, we are back. Thicker Than Blood podcast. We are reaching out to you on episode 9, and it's been going well. So again, thank you to everybody. This week has been pretty fun so far. You guys are probably going to see this, I think, on Sunday. I don't know what the exact date is. We're filming this on Monday night prior to it dropping. And this week so far, we've been in Instagram motherfucking jail.
What's up, young blood? What's up? Swam, my brother?
So apparently Instagram thinks that, I guess I'm some kind of bot, or that we've hired some kind of service to get likes and follows and all that shit, which is not true. You know, I've just been plugging away. Anybody that's watching this stuff, especially from Instagram, I'm sure we've been in contact, we've been communicating. We're just networking. We've got a pretty, we've been doing pretty well on Instagram so far. First month, we're just shy of 500 followers. And that's just from, hitting the ground running. I mean, just talking to you guys.
And speaking to people.
Right, networking, trying to get our following up, and Instagram flagged us.
We built up empires. We stole countries. That's what you do. That's how you build an empire. We stole countries with the cunning use of flags.
And put a block on us, so we cannot post anything, we can't like anything, we can't comment on anything, we cannot follow anybody. They shut down our DMs at one point today. So they're really fucking with us, and they're accusing us of being a bot or hiring a service to increase our likes and follows. So unfortunately it kind of sucks because we can't reach out to a large part of our fucking base right now. But it's been fucking interesting. But still,
yeah, it's been interesting to say the least. I call it bullshit.
I claim India for Britain. And they go, you can't claim us, we live here. 500 million of us. Do you have a flag?
It's interesting.
what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
It's unbelievable that we're actually being forced into not using the app the way it was intended to be used.
Yeah.
Which is kind of insane. But again, I mean, this is it's their way of trying to counteract the bullshit of the internet trolls and bots that have been going on for so long, and all these people creating fake followings, hiring people to increase their followers, and so on.
Instagram's really been cracking down because there's so many people advertising on Instagram that are not going through Instagram for their advertising. So Instagram is freaking out because they feel like they're losing out on an immense amount of revenue ad-wise. So they're changed their algorithm, and they're trying to flag down anybody abusing the system. And I think it's just because they're trying to cut back on how people are advertising on their fucking platform. So
understandable.
It sucks. We're in jail. By the time you guys see this, hopefully we're out of jail. But it is what it is. But still, people are still following us, still liking us, still commenting, and we really appreciate you guys sticking with us.
Absolutely. We're going to cross... I think that we'll cross over that 500 follower marker probably, I would think, within the next day or so.
Hopefully.
Still.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, if we weren't in Instagram jail, I would think that would happen. It would have happened already.
I mean, so hopefully you guys are liking what we're putting out, and we do appreciate it. But enough thanking you. Let's get to the fucking episode.
Yeah, shall we? So let's talk about the fact that what kind of fucking beer have you been drinking?
I am sporting a man bun under this now because I've been getting into craft fucking beer, and
It smells delicious.
So let's see. Today I drank something called Dragon's Milk.
Dragon's milk. It's like a dragon's breast.
Some random guy crawled out of a shadow in the corner of the liquor store. He's like, you know what I like? And I'm like,
Ever been in a cockpit before?
No, sir, I've never been up in a plane before.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
and he's like, I like this. And he pulls out this bottle. And he's like, Dragon's Milk. This shit is delicious. So first thing that caught my eye was that it's 11% alcohol.
Okay.
The second thing that caught my eye, it says bourbon barrel aged stout. I'm all about that.
I don't know what
I
that
showed
means.
you the bourbon barrel. I don't think you tried it. Kentucky bourbon barrel was
No, I missed it. Oh, that was the whiskey. One tastes like whiskey.
It tastes like fucking whiskey.
I think Steve-O had a sip of that.
The second beer, the one I'm drinking right now,
It's the Mad Elf.
Is the Mad Elf. Now this is by a company called Troeg out of Hershey, PA. I don't drink a lot. I'm not really that much of a drinker. But this is probably some of the best beer I've ever had in my life. And I actually haven't had a bad beer by them yet.
Okay.
So this company Troeg, man, I'm really digging them. They're probably turning me into a fucking alcoholic.
That's good.
I don't know about the alcoholic part. But no, it's really good. So if you guys, it only comes out around Christmas. It's fucking, people go crazy over this shit. I've seen fist fights break out at the liquor store over a fucking 6-pack.
Well, you said it's supply. The supply never meets the demand.
Never, not with that stuff. So really good. Definitely check it out. But it is like a honey cherry.
It actually does sound really good.
It only comes out once a year, right around Christmas. So
Well, it's nice to know that you're, chugging 2 beers.
Oh, no,
So-
I'm going to Uber home. Or I'm going to just
which actually brings me to
crash
something.
on your fucking bed, right in
Crash
between.
right here, man.
You got a fucking nice king-size bed.
No, I got all my shit on
I'm
there.
like right in the middle of you and Amanda.
You
got the dog on the
you
bed.
can't sleep in the guest room. I got too much shit on there.
Exactly. I'm not going to sleep in the guest room. I'm going to sleep with you guys.
Well, that's Jenkins' bed. Your bed's over here.
You got to shit on me 13 or 14 more times.
I'm out of
Basketball.
here. Basketball.
Great fucking movie.
One of the greatest comedies ever.
Oh my god, is that a night? Oh, it's not action.
That's 90s, but it's not
not
action.
action.
Once we get to that
90s
segment,
comedy?
we're going to be talking about some stuff.
Oh yeah.
But let's
Yes.
talk about the fact that, obviously, we're just talking about alcohol. We're talking about driving.
And I'm hammered.
And you're hammered. So it's good. I actually discovered something because in my current career, I'm required to do a lot of things through New Jersey Motor Vehicle.
Yes.
And I had went to a meeting, a public meeting at New Jersey Motor Vehicle this past week.
I thought you were gonna say like an AA meeting.
No.
It's like, dude, I didn't know.
But what this is going to
I'll be
do
your sponsor.
is completely stunning. Are you ready for this? The law that they're trying to pass, which it actually made it through the first step, and now it's going to go into the next step. I don't know all that stuff and how that works. But what they're trying to put into place now is they're going to change the penalties of DWIs. Okay, because remember before, obviously, someone gets a DWI, they drunk driving. What normally happens?
Well, you lose your license.
Loses your license for
Right.
what, 3 to 6 months, right? For first offense, something like that.
I've never been caught.
And you pay a ton of fucking fees.
Oh yeah. You,
Okay.
Well, you pay I think 3 years surcharge, $250 a year, maybe something like that.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, and yeah, you lose your license for 6 months.
Okay. So now think about this for a second. They're charging all these fees, and then they're taking away your privilege to drive, right? Okay. So you have to pay all these fees and this, that, and the other thing. And a lot of people who do this, maybe they're married, maybe they have kids, and this and that. They got a house, and okay. So you're going to punish them by taking away their license,
Yep.
which is in turn not going to stop them from driving. Let's be honest here. It's not going to stop them from driving. Okay.
Totally not.
And especially considering like, okay, now I have to pay these surcharges to motor vehicle. And then on top of that, I have a family to support. You took away my ability to get to work. It's astounding that they actually have someone with brains that actually came up with this idea of now they're changing the penalty to, instead of losing your license, you are required to have that
The breathalyzer.
installed into your vehicle.
Oh, great.
And it is a requirement, and that is the
And
law.
you gotta pay for that.
Yes, you do have to pay for that. So
Yeah, they don't just give you that.
no,
shit.
it's I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
I think it's like $700, something like that.
Oh, that's really
I remember
cheap compared to what I heard.
They gave somebody I know an ultimatum that got caught DUI. You know who he is. Crashed his fucking car into like a ditch, making a turn.
Yeah.
Fled the scene, left his car in the ditch. That only has like his license plates on it, and his registration in the glove box,
And the title and his birth certificate.
So I think the cops
and
were already like
Social
at his,
Security number.
yeah. I think the cops were already at his house by the
waiting
time
for
he
him.
was getting home.
They were sitting there drinking,
run home.
drinking coffee, like, hey,
Yeah.
welcome home.
By the way, your car's on a fucking flatbed.
Yeah,
Retard.
we towed it home for you.
So he had they either took his license away, they gave him an ultimatum, we're going to suspend your license, or you can do the breathalyzer thing, we're going to hook it up to your car, but it costs like $850 for the fucking tool that they got to put in your thing, and all this other shit. This dumbass tried to write a letter to the judge telling him how unfair it was, that you can't do this to me, and blah, 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 this and that, and I looked at him and I'm like, dude,
You're an idiot.
you were drunk driving, like you got a DUI, you should not have
But
been
not even that. You're
drinking and driving.
He was lucky that he was even given that choice.
He's lucky he didn't run somebody over
And
or
kill
kill
somebody.
himself.
Like,
you're getting a slap on the wrist.
yes.
Or lose the license. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. You
Right.
gotta go get a
So
breathalyzer.
the reason why I love this idea is because
$10,000 in fines.
this actually
It's something crazy.
It's something insane. This might
Oh, your insurance
actually
is going to skyrocket. So now you're paying out the ass
Oh,
across
yeah.
the board.
this might actually prevent people from fucking drunk driving.
No.
It'll listen. You know damn straight it's gonna minimize it. It
No.
has to.
Nope.
How? If your vehicle doesn't start.
People don't give a fuck, especially once they have a couple drinks in them. Your inhibitions, your judgment is right out the fucking window.
But if the car doesn't,
I'm all right.
If the car doesn't start, how do you drive?
You could get another person.
Hey, buddy. I'll give you $20 right now blowing this thing for me.
Okay, but do you really think that most people are gonna do that? I don't see that.
Yeah, they're sober, probably not.
I don't think so.
wouldn't.
I don't
would
think.
never do
Yeah, if someone's sober,
You know what
I
people
don't
are
think
going to
they'll
do?
it.
You know what's...
Never.
I guarantee you, what some alcoholics will do, they'll leave their car fucking running.
Oh my god.
They'll leave their car running.
You think they got a safety feature for that?
Fuck
There's,
no.
th-
You can't
there's
just shut your car off.
Maybe.
I
you never know,
guarantee
man.
you, people will leave their car fucking running.
You know what though? The device does have the ability to kill the power.
Yes, it does.
So
There's a very good chance that there might be some sort of failsafe that they fucking are thinking about people.
Well, then they'll leave it running in the parking lot, run in and have a few shots, and be like, all right, I gotta go.
yeah, like if it's
I gotta get back out there and drunk drive.
X amount of time, maybe.
I don't think people, when they drunk drive, they like are doing it on purpose because they like to drive drunk. I think it's just because I love to drink and I don't care about the fucking consequences, and I'm gonna drive no matter what.
Sure.
I don't think it's a mindful thing of, oh, I want to drink and drive. I can't wait to do that.
I'll tell you right
know
now.
what I mean?
I'll tell you right now what would decrease a lot of drunk driving if a company like Uber did some kind of special rate for drunk people.
It would never happen.
But I'm telling
Usually
you,
that's the last person the Uber driver wants to pick up.
Yes, I know from
that.
experience because I drove for
but
Uber
if you
and Lyft
make it
for a while.
appealing,
Did you get a puker?
Once. No, twice.
but if you make it appealing for people to affordably get home drunk, because I bet you a lot of people still don't use Uber because they don't want to pay for it. I mean, when we were going to Beacon 70 to one night, actually no, someone invited me out to Red Bank, which is like 45 minutes from me.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
They're like, oh, come out to the bar, you know, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm not trying to drink and drive.
there a motel?
I don't have a ride
I don't
want to
spend $400 on an Uber home.
An Uber one way was like $45. I'm like, all right, I'm not spending $90 on a fucking ride and buying drinks. And this, and I'm like, I really don't feel like spending a fucking $120.
You know what, though? At that point, it's a matter of, what did you do in that situation? You didn't even go.
No, I didn't go.
It did prevent drunk driving, technically.
It did.
It did, to an extent.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if you really
But
did...
Uber also made no money because it was too expensive.
That's true, too.
So if they said, hey, you know...
But you have to also remember this now, and I just read these stats. Apparently, Uber has not been profitable yet. Somehow.
It makes no sense.
I don't get it, but
Well,
I've been reading
What
about it.
overhead does Uber have?
I think it has a lot to do with Uber Eats. So
That being roped in now, it dropped it even more.
Because they're doing it for free.
Make any money?
Because they're doing that for free.
I haven't gotten.
I've never done it. I don't know.
All I know is they charge a little extra, but the amount of times that I've seen people use that service and then like called up and been like, "Hey, I don't even have what I ordered," and they just like refund you.
Yeah.
There's like tons of these meals that just go lost. It's like, dude, they gotta be losing money.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
it's gotta be.
I was reading the stats on it, and obviously the majority of the expense was the payout to the drivers. That was obviously the biggest thing that they were paying out.
Yeah, but they're getting a cut. That's what I'm saying. Uber has no overhead. They're not supplying the vehicles. They're not supplying this. They're not supplying that. I mean,
like the signing up and the personnel you need to
Yeah.
get somebody, certified maybe.
Well, no, actually, I don't know
I
how
think
Uber
a
does it
company like
now.
that is. I think a company like that is just showing a loss for the tax break.
Probably,
I mean, come on,
yeah.
man. Like any business would.
But one
fucking
thing I do
show
know
a
is-
loss.
It's like that.
I don't know
They're
how.
only, what, 4 or 5 years
There's a
old?
difference between showing a loss
No,
and
more
having
than
no
that.
profits.
That's true.
I mean, I don't know what.
Supposedly they're not profitable. That's what I read. That's the term. Listen, the article could be bullshit. You know what I mean? Or
That's
they
all
could just be
bullshit.
showing a loss.
That's all
But regardless
bullshit.
of that, what I'm trying to say is I think the invention of Uber has definitely made drunk driving go down, because all of my friends have driven drunk until that came out, and now they use that, and they weigh out those options of, like you said, of, do I want to pay $45 or I want to drive drunk or just not go? They're like, you know what? I want to go, and I don't want to get fucking caught driving drunk. I'm willing to pay that $90, $100 to get home, because how much money is it gonna cost me and fuck up my entire life?
But again,
if I drive drunk and get caught,
I think it would be even more, like I said, going back to your original point of like, the breathalyzer thing. I think having some kind of special rate for a
Uber?
designated driver,
you know what actually
would
be
be
cool?
more appealing to people, and they would probably do it more, and
You know-
it would be even less drunk.
You know what would actually be really cool? That they can intertwine that somehow with the breathalyzer in the car. So just say they have the breathalyzer in the car.
Like the Uber guy.
No, they get in the car. No, not like that. I know what you're about to say. Have it in the fucking Uber car?
If
No.
you had an Uber and you ordered the fucking breathalyzer thing through Uber, and you said, listen, we're advocates for designated driving. We don't want to have drunk drivers. We'll give you a special rate if you blow in this and you are legally above the limit. If you blow in this, you're legally above the limit, proving that we're your designated driver. We'll take 25% off your Uber fucking Lyft, or your Uber ride.
It would never.
Now that Uber drivers got to
Well, now everybody's got to put their mouth on that.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah, it would never happen.
I'm just trying to save lives, y'all.
My suggestion was this, of somehow there was some sort of link online or whatever of the breathalyzer in your vehicle. You blow into it, you can't start your car because you're hammered. It then will call you an Uber for you, and then maybe that will be the proof of
Awesome. I
you
love
know,
that idea.
like you're fucking hammered.
Love it.
We're gonna send something. We're sending a driver out to you,
Love
or
it.
this that, and the other thing, and we'll give you like 10% off. It would never be 25%. That's ridiculous. They would
Never
give you like
fucking
10% off. But again,
That's a great
more,
idea.
More often than not, though, dude.
Who's spending the 10%?
Okay.
Who's spending? Who's
Listen,
Well, maybe at that point, Uber and Lyft work in agreement with the company that developed the technology that's going in the car. Of maybe there's like a contract
if the
between them,
state,
and payoff,
if the
or
state
whatever.
really cared about lives, and that's why they're doing this breathalyzer thing that they're charging $850 to put in your fucking car, I think they can find a couple dollars to chip in and say, hey, Uber, help us out, save lives. With all the money that they
remember,
fucking waste in this
is
goddamn
just,
state
remember,
for
it's just
taxes.
Jersey
I
with
know.
this thing. It's not everywhere. It should be everywhere, in my opinion. This whole thing with the breathalyzer thing, it should be. Because at that point, you're not taking away that person's ability to go make a fucking living and pay off
It's
those
just
fucking
like the same
fees.
thing with child support, dude. Child support, if you don't pay your child support, they'll arrest your ass.
Yeah.
Throw you in fucking jail. And I'm like, okay, so this guy wasn't paying child support, so now you're going to throw him in jail so he can't make money to pay his child support that you threw him in jail for.
There's got to be ways to be like, I literally don't have it this month. What can I
I think you can, but you're still going to get arrested. But
Still
I
getting
think,
arrested.
And I think also the other thing they're doing now is if you don't pay child support, they're suspending your license. That's the other thing to do. So it's all fucked up. But that's all.
Just like the DUI.
Exactly.
It's totally fucked up.
It's a
So it all
contradiction.
comes back to people just making money off of this shit.
Yes. But again, I mean, listen, I'm not saying do away with those surcharges at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But just the loss of license to prevent you to pay those fucking charges and take care of your family at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, let's be real here, man. Not every person that gets caught drunk driving is a fucking alcoholic piece of shit. Sometimes people just make a fucking mistake.
Yeah.
How many times have you legitimately driven drunk and then just weren't caught?
I don't even want to
You know what
say
you're
it.
saying?
Exactly.
I don't even want to admit it.
What you were saying actually, now I'm starting to see could actually make a little more sense. If you had the Uber and Lyft basically throwing coupons at the device manufacturer.
Listen,
And
Uber,
then maybe-
Lyft, put the check in the mail. We just gave you a great fucking idea.
We just gave you a fucking great
They
idea.
could get a lot of advertisement through that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
Uber
I mean,
saves lives.
Yeah,
You know, like,
Uber and Lyft save lives. You know what I mean? Like,
Like,
it could be anything, man. Like, the possibilities really are endless. And obviously, you got to look at it in this way. Now, just say you have this breathalyzer thing put into your car, okay, and it is somehow connected to Uber and Lyft. Obviously, what are you going to need for that? You're going to need some sort of internet connection. So that thing is going to have to be on some sort of a data plan.
My whole
Maybe.
thing is like, if you have that breathalyzer thing and you're fucking constantly throwing out bad breathalyzers, like, you fucking asshole, you're still trying to drink and drive.
you gotta keep track of that, right?
That's what I'm
Dude,
saying.
I mean,
who's blowing in those fucking things and blowing bad ones? Like,
listen,
A lot of people, man.
I know some people that I'm buddies with that have it who...
well, like, I'll tell you right now. The person that I talked about before, who was given the ultimatum and was crying about the amount of money and this and
Did
that.
he take the breathalyzer?
No, he didn't take the breathalyzer. And I
He
bet
lost
you-
his license?
Oh yeah.
What an idiot.
He didn't want to pay to put the thing in the car, and I guarantee you, if
He's
he
driven
put that
drunk.
in his car, he wouldn't have been able to drive anywhere because the motherfucker wouldn't be able to drink.
He's all day. He's an alcoholic.
Oh, he's clearly an alcoholic. He doesn't want to admit it.
Like more financial penalty that comes with not having it. Like, isn't it?
What do you mean?
Like the surcharges and all that shit, and losing your license and all that. I'm sure, yeah. He's a hard-headed fucking asshole, that guy. So
I think it's a fucking great idea. When I was sitting in that meeting, obviously that was not the reason why I was there. I was honestly, I never think the shit that they do is a good idea because a lot of times it's fucking.
that's a good idea.
That was a good idea. I'm like,
a
that
good
is a good idea. I was very surprised when the woman got up there and started explaining it. I was like, it's a good fucking idea.
Yeah.
And the guy like next to me was like, don't fucking talk to me. it was like an 80-year-old man. Like, don't fucking talk to me. I don't know who you are. What do you people think? Like, what does everyone else think about this? I think it's a fucking great idea, and I'm just pretty much releasing information that I got directly from the state that most people don't even know about yet. Yeah. So
You better hear. You want to talk all this old school bullshit about the rules? Well, here's a rule you might remember. I'm the motherfucking one who calls the shots.
You know, tune in. You might hear some
good
new
idea.
shit.
We're never gonna stop people. We're never gonna fucking stop people from drinking and driving.
No.
Just like we're never gonna stop people from doing other stupid shit. But we do have to do our best to try to minimize it.
And I think this is a
Make it easier
very
for people to do the right thing.
I think it's a very good way to do it because truthfully, as much as human beings like pretty much suck and people suck, I don't.
Part.
The only way I could see someone else going and blowing in someone's breathalyzer to start their vehicle is that motherfucker's drunk too. And if he blows in it, car's still not going to be able to start. A sober person...
Morally, you would hope that a sober person wouldn't do that.
Yes, you would think. As shitty as most people are, I don't think that...
Here's the thing.
And another thing...
Like
just,
fucking teaching their dogs to blow
just
through
like
breathalyzer
a,
and
just
shit.
like a germ, from a germ perspective, like you guys were saying, just not even the fact of like, all right, one, I don't want you to drive drunk, and two, I already know that you tried to blow in this thing and you fucking were in the red. There's no way I'm putting my fucking mouth on that. That's
You
disgusting.
think if you're that drunk that you give a fuck? Like, you'd probably put your mouth on anything.
But I'm talking about the sober person.
Oh,
The drunk
yeah,
person,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
yo,
yeah.
blowing the breathalyzer so I could get out of here. And like you said, morally, is that like, morally, at that point, what is the etiquette on that? Yeah, never, exactly.
If you do that, you got some fucking problems.
You got fucking
But you
problems.
can't sit here and say that you don't think a sober person's never blown in a breathalyzer for a drunk person to drive home. I
But
guarantee
here's
you.
the thing, right? Sober how? Because sober from alcohol doesn't mean sober from...
Well, my whole thing is like at a bar trying to drive home, where are you finding a sober person that's going to do that? For
Exactly. Random fucking person.
You? If anything, they're going to blow in a breathalyzer. They should be driving them the fuck home.
At that point, though, like if you get more often than not, it ain't gonna be a random person. It's gonna be your friend. And if that person is sober, they should be driving you home.
Right.
If you're morally that big of a piece of shit that you're gonna blow into your friend's breathalyzer so they can drive home, and you're
dude.
sober and you're gonna drive home,
And then they fucking run somebody over or fucking kill themselves. How bad would you feel?
how bad would you feel?
That's your guilt. That's,
Yes,
you gotta live with that.
Like that. Like there's a difference between like I understand like people like I should have took their fucking keys, then literally been like, here you go,
Yeah.
see ya.
The moral of the story for sober people: don't blow drunk people.
Yes. Don't blow drunk people.
Don't blow drunk
Don't
people.
blow for drunk people. I'm very excited about it. Like I
Yeah.
said, what does everyone else think? Let us know. Because this is actually really good information and it's current, something that is happening right fucking now. Yeah. And I believe this goes into effect, I believe, the first week of January.
Nice.
So yeah, I think that's when it's going into effect.
Awesome.
So let's hope that this actually does completely go through and then maybe we can start fucking seeing some,
Save lives.
Save some fucking lives here, man.
Too. All
Yeah.
comes down to saving lives.
But they also just passed something in New Jersey motor vehicle as well, which this is a touchy subject. This is somewhat political. I don't really care about talking about it, but I will bring it up that they are passing the whole thing with anyone can get a driver's license in the state of New Jersey, whether you're here illegally or not.
God.
Everyone can get an ID or a driver's license. And they said the reason they're doing that is so we have more trained drivers who are licensed and insured on the road as opposed to people who are not licensed and insured driving. Maybe something happens and then they flee the scene of the crime because they don't have insurance, they don't have a license or whatever. That is their reasoning, supposedly.
Do they use this ID as a...
Voter registration? Yes, they do. That's what I think it's all about. I think it's all about just trying to get more fucking votes.
You think so?
More legal votes, yeah.
I feel like because the immigration process is like so convoluted and fucked up. But beside the fact if they're here and they're getting an ID, does that mean they're going to pay taxes?
Well, they're going to be paying money to the state, obviously, if they're getting an ID of some sort.
Can they be taxed through that ID? That's the
I don't know.
question I got right there.
I don't know.
Because that would be
But if they can,
the
then
whole thing.
if they can be taxed, and that is a way to track them and then start taxing them, I'm not against that.
There's a ton of people that are
Yeah.
just here. They're fucked. And
Yeah.
They want to pay tax. They want to have a
Yeah,
green card.
they
wanna
want.
be a
Yes, they
citizen.
want to be a
want
citizen.
it.
They can't.
want it. And
But
it-
again, I mean, if
it
you're
sucks.
at that point, you're taxing them and stuff. I mean, listen, more money going to the government. I mean, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but again, I'm being fucking taxed, and people that aren't being taxed, that pisses me off. So, what is rolling around in that fucking
Dude,
stuff?
I don't even want to get into it. I really
So
don't,
let's
'cause
not. But that was something else
it's
that was
super-
that's something else that was passed, along with the whole thing with they're rolling out with the real IDs. I'm sure you've seen that.
Yep.
The new real ID thing, which I think is actually pretty
Oh, what
cool.
is that?
Real ID is It's going to be like a new form of ID that is equivalent almost to a passport, but not, because you still need a passport to leave the country. But now, if you want to fly anywhere in the United States, you are going to need a real ID. That's what it's called.
Retina scan thing?
No, a real...
I saw advertisements for this thing. It was weird.
Real ID
I'm waiting for the...
is like, it's something you got to go to motor vehicle to get. It's not fully rolled out in every motor vehicle agency yet, but you have to show like, you got to show a bunch of forms of ID to get anything done at motor vehicle.
ID, yeah.
You have to show like 6 points of ID plus like 4 other things.
Yeah, right.
Now, to get a real ID.
Some more advanced identification.
Yes, and you
more
will...
widely recognized.
People have driver's license and passports? Or...
Doesn't matter. You're going to need... Well, no, if you have a passport, that is equivalent to a real ID, or better, obviously, because you can use a passport to fly out of the country. A real ID, you're going to need to fly anywhere in the United States.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's the new thing.
It's just another money grab, man.
Pretty much.
I'm waiting for the fucking RF chips. That's all starting now. Put a little fucking grain of rice in your wrist, and it'll have all your information on it.
That's terrible.
And they're already putting it out now. There's companies out there right now putting chips in their employees' fucking hands to like scan into doors and shit and all that. Be like, this is a great idea.
It's so dumb.
Until like you got your...
Sorry, I don't like it.
Until you have a chip in your arm. Here's the thing. You got a chip in your arm that is your identification, your credit cards, your driver's license, your this and your that.
And your phone.
Then, all that shit. And now, let's say you do something illegally or whatever the fuck it is, and they shut that shit off. You're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
They shut off your credit cards, your fucking license, your this, your that.
Your fucking
you
life.
can't walk anywhere because that's like real like Minority Report shit, man. And
Good flick.
Fucking, it's
That is a good flick.
really fucked up. Possibly. Minority Report was.
No, I think that's early 2000s.
I think that was early.
Well,
I don't know. I saw that movie in the theater.
since we're touching upon it, we might as well just go right into the next segment. Movie of the week, which is what we're going to do next. 90s action film is the genre and the decade that we picked.
A lot of good ones.
I have my movie, you have yours. Who wants to go first? I'll go first?
Go ahead.
I'll go first. Okay. My movie of the week nomination is...
Yeah. Can I make a guess?
Make a guess.
Is this something with Arnold Schwarzenegger? Because that's every single 90s action movie ever is Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Not Arnold. Normally I would pick an Arnold movie, but no, it wasn't Arnold.
Okay.
It is a movie that I just talked about recently with you guys anyway.
All right.
Face Off.
I knew it. I fucking knew it, man.
Fucking love it, bro. That is... it was a film made by John Woo. That's the director, with Nicolas Cage and John Travolta.
Mm-hmm.
Probably one of my favorite action movies ever is that movie.
One of, I think, Nicolas
Almost
Cage's best movies, man.
Oh, yeah, and Travolta. I mean, Travolta's had so many good
Travolta's
ones.
got a fucking catalog.
But as far as action films go, for both of them, you've never... Wait,
Travolta's movies never really... I didn't really get it.
Dude, Michael?
Michael?
Phenomenon?
was great. Michael was great. Phenomenon was great. But like when you look at how many there are.
Oh yeah.
Oh well, when you start looking at the recent ones are god awful. Same thing with Nicolas Cage. But the both of them, I feel like, can't make a good movie.
You think Travolta's gay?
There was a whole big thing about that when he did Hairspray.
Backtrack. I think most people in Hollywood on the show, I think they're like pansexuals, like they'll just fuck anything kind of thing. Like dude, once you get to that height where you're just able to fuck anybody you want and do whatever you want, it's like
airplane in his backyard.
Yeah, he's definitely fucking
well, he's been married to Kelly
people.
Preston since I think 1991.
She's out of her fucking mind.
She's hot though.
Is she? She's
well,
weird.
she was. I mean, she's old now, but
like all kinds of plastic stuff. She looks like a predator to me.
Do you remember her?
Not a child predator.
That's so
either.
horrible.
Like fucking...
Wait, you don't remember? Oh my god.
Isn't she a Kennedy?
You don't remember fucking Jerry Maguire?
No, I don't know. Not her.
I haven't heard that. I can't think of like.
Maybe I'm getting confused with somebody else.
Probably. Have you ever seen Jerry Maguire?
Yes.
Oh, you're thinking of Maria Shriver, bro.
Yes.
That's Arnold Schwarzenegger's ex-wife.
Schwarzenegger. I thought I'm on 90s
yeah,
action.
you're on 90s action. Anyway, Face Off. Fucking one of my favorite movies.
Yes.
I would have to say, so many good scenes. One of my favorite scenes is definitely the scene that I brought up to you, is when Nicolas Cage is, spoiler alert, Nicolas Cage is now Travolta's character. Mm-hmm. They did the surgery, remove the face so he could find out where there was a bomb hidden in Los Angeles. He infiltrates a jail, talk to the guy, and this, that, and the other.
Castle Troy's brother.
Troy's brother. Once he figures that out right away, He tries to get out of the jail, like alert, you know, oh, you need to call so-and-so, this, that, and the other thing. And then the door opens, and in walks Travolta, which is actually Castor Troy, and the look on his face of sheer terror of like,
oh my god,
oh my fucking god.
You good looking. You're hot.
It's like looking in a mirror, only not.
The thing that was so crazy is it really seemed as if Nicolas Cage from the beginning was Travolta now,
and that is
vice
what I was
versa.
gonna say. I've never seen a better job of an actor portraying another actor. Like, it really seemed like that was Nicolas Cage inside John Travolta. Like, they did a fantastic fucking job.
Awesome.
Playing each other.
Awesome.
And it was really good. Like, you truly believed that they switched faces.
Yeah.
One thing that's always stuck out with me about that movie,
what?
It was like the introduction to me of a butterfly knife.
Oh my god, where he
stab and twist.
When he fucking gives it to technically his
Castor Troy gives it to John Travolta's daughter as John Travolta though.
Yeah.
And shows it to her and she's like weirded out and he shows her like you got stab and twist. Stab and twist. And she ends up doing that to him when he's got her by the fucking neck.
Which is fucking weird because obviously she doesn't know what's going on.
Right.
She thinks it's her fucking dad. He's got her in the fucking like, and then he drops the line. He's like, it's time to see what's in Daddy's bag, Peaches, and then licks her fucking face, and then that's when she pulls out the butterfly knife and fucking stabs him in the leg, which was so badass. Every fucking scene in that movie, the fucking when they break out of the boat, you know, the jail boat, the fucking the shootout at the church, the airplane hangar scene that they open up with,
lighting all the cops on fire.
Fucked up.
The doctors.
That's my favorite part.
Jesus Christ.
I love that where he drops the line. My favorite line when he says, "See anything you like," and he shows him the wedding ring that he gave his best friend. Fucking best part. It's like, see anything you like? Fucking love it.
Good movie.
That was my favorite.
I think your movie might be better than mine.
Well, that's my movie of the week. What is yours?
Arnold Schwarzenegger. So one of my favorite Schwarzenegger movies, and overall probably one of my favorite movies from the 90s in general.
Okay.
Last Action Hero.
Boss?
Hi.
Great movie.
No, not True Lies. True Lies is good.
Oh man,
dude. True Lies is great. That's with what's her name? Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis is with True Lies. Yeah,
great fucking movie.
Last Action Hero.
Last Action Hero. One thing that I love so much about Last Action Hero,
is everything.
Any of us that have watched like a great fucking movie, you've always wondered like to be in that movie, in that world or whatever.
Yes.
Right. But what I really loved about that movie was like the kind of like breaking the fourth wall.
It's incredible.
Where Schwarzenegger like gets into the movie and like they go to Blockbuster fucking Video and fucking Stallone is on the poster as the Terminator. He's like, I love this guy. I love all of his movies. Like, this guy's fantastic. Whatever he says.
That's the best
this
line.
Guy's amazing. Like
he looks at the fucking poster and sees fucking Terminator 2. It's Stallone.
Stallone.
He's like, what? He's like,
that's supposed to be you.
He goes, that's you. He goes, what are you talking about? He's fantastic. It's his best performance ever. Yeah. It is the best fucking line ever when he says that.
Dude.
And then he's just like, he starts trying to prove to him that like, this is a fucking movie.
Yes.
And then he even starts talking to the gorgeous girl in the fucking place. He's like, look at this. Like, look at her working at the video store. She is way too attractive working at a video store.
And he gets her fucking number and he's like, let me guess, it starts with 555 or something.
Yeah.
He's like,
what's the phone number of the store? He's like 555 something. He's like, and what's your home number? He's like, it's okay. I'm a police officer. And then she gives the number. Goes, aha. He's like, I bet every number in the area starts 555. He's like, so? He's like, well, there can only be 9,999 numbers that start with 555. He's like, how many people live in LA? He's like, 8 or 9 million. He's like, aha. He's like, that's why we have area codes. And he's like, oh, God.
Have you seen it? When they go to the police station and the fucking angry captain is screaming and shattering glass and shit every fucking time?
Dude.
You bald peen jackametas, I'll strip them out all the second and take from you. You know, you think about it,
What the fuck?
Wasn't the cartoon fucking cat?
Cartoon cat. He's like, there's a cartoon cat. He's like,
Radcliffe, you're pulling duty with the animated cat.
he's like, He's like, a cartoon cat just walked into police precinct. Hello? He's like, it'll do it again tomorrow. What's your point? He's like, that cat's the best cop I got. Dude, the cat's voiced by Danny DeVito, by the way.
Oh, is it? Really?
Yes, it is.
Oh, wow.
Fucking so funny.
So great. And then when they get back into real life and he like shoots the one car like fucking 10 times, it doesn't explode. And he's like,
he goes, here's another explosion for your movie. And he like shoots the trunk and nothing happens. Like, not one word. Yeah. And then the best is he goes to a taxi cab and fucking punches the window. And then as he's like, it's like, my hand, it really hurts. Yeah. He's like, of course you just punched the car window out. You can't do that and not have it hurt.
Great fucking movie, man.
Dude, the amount of one-liners that movie is...
Yeah.
You know that movie didn't really do that well either in the box office?
No, it didn't.
It didn't. And one of my favorite lines has to be, they go to Arnold Schwarzenegger's apartment in the movie. Go to Jack Slater. And they get in the apartment and there's nothing in it. Okay? There's no furniture. There's just like a bed and that's it. So he walks into his bedroom and right away he pulls out his gun and shoots the closet door twice. Yeah. And he opens it and a fucking guy falls out. And he's like, how'd you know he's in? He's like, there's always a guy in there. It cost me a fortune in closet doors. Oh, the tar. He's just like, he's using paper towels. He goes, you know, tar sticks to some people. He's wiping it off like it's like fucking like hand cream or some shit. Yeah. So you always did say this was a movie, kid.
Yeah. Oh great fucking film,
dude.
Man.
There's just
great
too many.
Film.
Oh man.
So I'm saying, 90s action, dude. It's in the fucking title. Last Action Hero.
Yeah.
That one's got mine tapped. I was
on
it. Bad Boys.
Oh, that's a great flick too. But you know what? Like we kind of went in different directions because definitely mine and yours is much more serious. Last Action Hero was an action movie, but that movie was fucking funny.
Funny as shit.
That was a comedy action.
Action comedy.
Yeah, like that would fall in line with like Rush Hour. Yeah. Great action movie, but that was a comedy too.
I wonder, did Schwarzenegger like have like a comedy movie before that?
Twins
was before that, right?
Twins before that.
Okay,
yeah.
All right, yeah, maybe.
Junior was technically a comedy, I think. Okay. That was the one where he gets pregnant with Dan. And
what about Kindergarten Cop? When was that?
That's a comedy. That was way before that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so
Kindergarten Cop's another fucking great one.
Great movie.
But no, Last Action Hero is my pick. Movie of the week, 90s action.
Ah, man.
I'm gonna. At first, I thought Face Off was gonna be. Now that we talked about it, dude, I'm sticking with my pick, man. I'm gonna go with that. If we had to choose to watch one right now, I'd probably say throw in Last Action.
You know what? I would say okay. I would say if we were gonna choose one to watch right now, I'm in the mood to laugh because it's just the movie's so funny. It's not like I see it more of a comedy as an action, but I would probably pick Last Action Hero to watch right now. But as far as like just brute action goes, I would probably pick Face Off. But just overall, like just that movie.
That's fair enough.
I mean, Last Action Hero is a fucking classic, man.
Yeah.
I mean, the bad guys that are in it. I mean, the dude who plays Benedict was the from Game of Thrones, who was the really rich family.
Oh, yes,
Lannister.
Dude, the Lannisters. I forgot that was him.
That's Benedict.
Dude, the whole time I watched Game of Thrones, I'm like, where do I know this guy from?
Yeah,
the
man.
fucking eye, the red eye.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah. He's the bad guy.
Another
from Last
fucking great scene at Last Action Hero, man, when they're doing the movie premiere, and the fucking guy, the villain, shows up at the same time that the guy that plays him is there.
God,
he's like,
the Ripper.
What the fuck? Yeah,
the
he's
Ripper.
Like, dude, what the fuck?
The people are like interviewing everyone. And it's like, I forget his name, Tom something.
Yeah.
He's like, the Ripper from the first one. It's like, let me go ask him a question. And he's like, what are you doing here? He's just like, I think I might kill someone. He's like, all right. And then like 5 minutes later, the actual actor shows up, and they're like, and he's like, what?
Yeah.
He's so confused, and they're like, oh my god. Like, wait a minute. Fucking great. And then he has the showdown on the fucking roof again with him. Only they're in the real world. So good, man.
So, all right. So,
Which
Last
also,
Action Hero.
Just want to address that dude also played the bad guy. One of my favorite bad guys from the RoboCop series. He played Kane. I would have to lean towards yours, honestly. As much as Face Off is my favorite, one of my favorite movies ever.
Put it in right now, probably.
I would probably say if we're gonna pick one to watch.
So I picked 90s action for this week. I think we landed Last Action Hero takes the fucking cake this week.
Okay.
I picked 90s action for this week's movie of the week.
Okay.
Next week, what are we going to talk about? You pick the topic.
Next week.
Steve will pick the first one.
Yeah.
No, go ahead, pick it.
Let's go with...
Drum roll.
An Academy Award-winning movie. So, like, a very high-rated movie from the 80s. Academy Award-winning movie from the 80s. Let's do that.
Now, the Academy, that's the Oscar?
No, it's
Or is
Academy
that the
Awards.
Academy Award is different than the Oscar?
Man,
The Oscar is the trophy, but the Academy Awards,
That's what it
I believe,
is?
gives you the Oscar.
Okay. Academy Award-winning film
80s?
from the 80s, yes.
That's actually.
I thought you were gonna. I was hoping you were gonna say.
It's centering it.
I was hoping you were gonna say 90s because the one popped right in my head immediately. But 80s.
We'll go 80s.
We'll go
80s Oscars.
Fish around and think about it.
Oh, okay.
We
Cool.
do have that one that the person in the live IG was mentioning.
What was that? Which I forget what it was.
They said that's more this week. We were looking for a '90s movie, and I guess they jumped on it. Was Vegas.
Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation.
Yes.
That's right.
Holy shit.
They didn't know we were looking for an action movie, but like, you could kind of interpret that.
Yeah, it's definitely more comedy.
It's more comedy.
Definitely more comedy. Great
Yeah.
movie. We'll have to. We'll talk about it on another one.
Dude, I
but
mean,
sure.
there's millions of movies we're gonna touch upon. No, let's save an Academy Award-winning film from the '90s for next time.
Okay.
Let's do your favorite Christmas movie.
Yes.
From the '80s.
I already got mine. Let's just do favorite Christmas movie.
Favorite Christmas movie ever.
In general, yeah.
Okay, favorite Christmas
Ooh,
movie.
there's
Okay,
a few
then that's what
good
we'll
ones.
do. Okay, that's what we'll do.
Ooh, all right, cool.
All right, so
now talking about action heroes,
Mhm.
heroes. Let's say superheroes. Something that I've always kind of wondered in my head is like, especially talking about like someone like Arnold Schwarzenegger. What's that guy, like 6'5"?
I think he's
massive.
I believe he's 6'2" or 6'3".
Now we all know he's got some heat, but is he packing heat?
Which brings us to our next segment. So let's cue the drum roll of what are they packing? This is a segment that we came up with, and it's so ridiculous, but I think it's going to be so much fun.
It's great. And if you know what? If you've never wondered this before, hopefully you hear this and you're like, you know what? What the fuck are they? Like,
Yeah,
I've
what are
never
they?
thought about this. Because when he said it to me, I was like, oh my.
Most people would think of this like, that sounds awfully like, weird and kind of gay.
Yeah.
That we're going to talk about celebrity. But my favorite thing is superhero wang sizes. What do you think they're packing? And this can go both ways. We can do it for, obviously, men, and we can do it for women. What are they packing? So what does the woman's vagina look like under there? What superhero? So, like, what is Rogue from X-Men?
Hold on a second. You got big or small with guys. What do you got with girls? Like,
What does it look like?
Fucking sloppy or
Is
neat?
it sloppy? Is it
sloppy or neat?
is it fucking is it
We got beef curtains,
is it-
or we got nice and fucking tucked and
you
trim?
know, is it lipless?
Gotcha.
Is it just
You know,
whole?
Side note, man, lipless vaginas. There's fucking. I hate the. If anybody out there got lipless vagina, no hate, but man, they are fucking weird.
What is that?
Really?
The first time I saw one, I was like,
What is a lipless vagina?
A lipless
Exactly what it
vagina
sounds like.
is
It looks like a
exactly what
slit.
It's
Like-
just a slit, bro.
the first time I saw one, I was like, something's wrong.
Or so we got you got Lippy, you got the Homer Simpson twat. You ever see
Oh,
those?
yeah, the beefy
Where
lips.
it-
They're kind of like a
no,
puffy-
the Homer
puffy lip.
the Homer Simpson is just the outer lips are puffed, where it just
Yeah.
kind of closes everything
Yeah,
else
yeah,
in.
yep.
Yeah, looks like a little ass.
The lipless one. The lipless
The Homer
vagina.
Homer Simpson twat.
This has
There's
got to
so
be
many
one of the
different
most
vaginas
unique
out
segments
there.
on the internet right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
What does the woman's vagina look like? The
Oh, God.
superhero woman vagina.
Oh,
Dude, I don't know,
we're going
man,
superheroes, we're going celebrities, we're going everything.
What do you think
So-
Lois? What do you think Lois Lane's vagina looks like? Because Superman's fucking pounding that thing, bro. Like hard fucking work. Like
That poor lady.
looks like a fucking hamburger.
that
Beat
poor
the fucking
that poor
shit.
lady. So
You
this
think
is,
Superman's packing?
no, I don't.
Dude, funny thing about that, when they were making the Superman Returns movie,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Oh, I know what you're gonna say with Brandon Ruth,
you
the guy who played him.
I don't know what you're thinking, but
Apparently, this guy's cock is fucking humongous.
I
that
didn't
it was.
hear that. But I know that when they designed the suit, they spent there was something in the commentary where it was like, well, they didn't want the bulge to look too big, they didn't want it to look too small, so they went all in designing this dude's underwear.
I heard the biggest reason why is because Brandon Ruth's cock is fucking massive.
So how would they hide it?
I don't.
What are they
Tuck
They-
it the
listen,
whole fucking time.
Tuck it fucking in between your legs, Brandon Ruth.
Tuck it into your asshole, pal.
So
Come outside with me. I've got a surprise for you.
That's my surprise?
No.
I think Superman, the character, for some reason, I've always pictured him as like a eunuch. He's like a Ken doll.
Oh yeah, because on their planet they all do artificial.
Yeah, they don't.
they reproduce asexually.
Right.
Yeah, they choose actually.
That's what Kryptonians do. I didn't know that.
Superboy,
No, they're all like genetically.
they're all like in eggs.
Yeah.
In
like
facility.
incubation
They're not fucking
tubes.
on that. Yeah, they're not fucking on
That's how
Kryptonia.
Superboy was
Krypton.
eggs that was saved.
Ah.
Yes.
Apparently, I don't
Yeah.
remember
Well, considering
Superman was naturally conceived. That's why they had to get rid of him, right?
Oh.
Wasn't that what it was?
I don't know the story enough to even comment.
I
on
could have
it.
sworn that's why they were like the planet was getting destroyed.
Planet was getting
like
destroyed.
That.
There was like a civil war going on or some shit.
But wasn't he naturally conceived?
Probably.
I don't know.
know.
There was a naturally conceived.
Whether he was
in most of the comics, there wasn't a naturally conceived. In any
I don't know.
Like, thousands of years.
Listen, whether he was naturally conceived or not, I think that he's got a small wang. Probably.
So who do you think is fucking packing serious heat?
All right, so let's strategize here. We're going. All right, let's go DC Comics because you already brought up Superman.
Okay.
We're gonna talk strictly DC Comics here. Batman is packing some fucking beef down there, bro.
You think he's got to be? I mean, he's got a ton of money, but he's always got bitches.
He's got bitches left and right, and I don't think it's because
he's like fucking Catwoman.
Yeah, like
fuck Harley Quinn. Like,
dude, he fucked half of the supervillain women. I think he fucked all of them. He fucked fucking Ra's al Ghul's daughter, Catwoman.
Yeah, busy.
Like he's fucking everyone. Poison Ivy. Like he's just drilling everyone. I actually wondered, did he ever fuck Harley Quinn?
I don't think so.
I know Deadshot did, but did he?
I don't think he did. No.
He fucked her. What are we saying here?
But
It's
that's
Batman.
what I'm saying.
It's Bruce
Probably
Wayne.
did, but I don't think like they actually ever went into that with. I don't think they've ever had a romantic relationship. But Harley Quinn's straight up whore. So she should fuck me.
I thought she was like deeply in love with the Joker, like psychotic.
She's in love with the Joker.
But then they did a whole thing with her fucking banging Deadshot also.
Yeah. Well, Joker treats her like shit. So.
Yeah. That's one abusive relationship.
Oh my god. Well, he's psychotic.
So what are you calling for Batman? He's packing.
I was gonna say average.
Really?
I was gonna say average for Batman.
Oh, dude, it's fucking
too much aggression.
Dude, it's fat and it's veiny.
It's too much aggression. I think he's got too much anger, and that's why.
It's fat and veiny.
He's packing average heat.
No,
and that's probably why he's so pissed off. Like I got all this money, I could kick everybody's ass, and I got a fucking 5-incher.
Well, I actually did see in a porn parody, which we'll get to this. They did a porn parody of like was Justice League, and obviously like everyone's fucking banging in their fucking superhero outfits.
Yeah,
Batman was average in that movie.
I bet you he was.
And you know who was tiny? The fucking Joker.
Really?
Tiny.
Joker, I think is fucking slanging heat.
Tiny schlong.
Cyborg.
I mean, it's technically not the one that he was born with, if there's one at all.
Cyborg
if there is one.
He's got a football flashlight in his pants. I'll tell you right now. He's got he's got the launch. In his pants.
You think that half of him is robot, or you think that's part of the
I don't know about all
is
that.
still Wang?
My vote for probably largest Wang, especially in DC universe, Aquaman.
Are you basing this just off the fact that Jason Momoa played him in the films?
Oh no, I totally forgot about that guy. I'm basing it off the fact that he's
let's be
Aquaman,
real
and
here.
some of the fucking animals in the ocean have the largest wangs on the planet, such as like a walrus.
No, like it's like a fish tank. He's just allowed to.
Well, he's a hot. Okay, I can get on board with that. And technically,
He's probably got a walrus.
Technically,
cock in there,
he is
dude.
like.
I think walruses have like the largest. Wasn't it like on 51st Dates or something? Adam Sandler said that.
Does
the
he?
walrus has like the largest cock per like the body to cock size, body to cock ratio. I think a walrus is like one of the biggest.
Really?
Yeah. And then you got like a blue whale with like a 15-foot cock. You know, shit like that.
But they're like a million tons.
They're 100 feet long.
Yeah.
You know, and again, you didn't watch Blackfish.
No.
On Blackfish, they show them jerking off killer whales in SeaWorld.
It's terrible.
Dude, and it's like a fucking pool noodle.
That's
They're like,
so gross.
Like doing this with this thing, and it's just like launching gallons of cum out of it.
I actually did see dolphins having sex live at SeaWorld.
You did, and you said they had massive wings.
They did.
And that's what makes me think Aquaman.
Well, that one had a massive one.
Yeah.
You never know. They can't. They might not all be like that.
Dude, Aquaman has a fucking eel hanging out of his trousers. I'm telling you right now.
Now we're talking Aquaman from the comics, or we're talking Jason Momoa?
No, I'm talking Aquaman the character.
Okay.
Fucking played him. I'm not talking about Jason Momoa.
Everyone loves
probably
him.
got a little dick, but
that guy's fucking slinging fucking some serious fucking power. There,
you would think, but I don't know.
Well, that talks about what one of the girls that brought up something
Miss
on
Gore from fucking Two Big Girls.
Yeah, said that
Two Big Girls podcast said that tall guys, big guys. She said big guys have small dicks. Is what she said. Not
yes. No. And I made a correction. Said maybe not all the time. And then all the time,
she said, "Trust me, I have
small dudes."
experience."
Because she says she has experience and so on and so forth. But again,
she said she dated a guy that was 6'8", had a little dick,
It gives hope to shorter
I
men,
said it was all the backdrop. Like, you know, you got a huge backdrop, and you could have a 9-incher, and it probably looks like this.
Yeah. So dick to person ratio.
Yeah. And if you're
if you're
5'8", And you've got like an average or slightly above average, probably looks like a fucking baby arm.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
So
hey,
then-
I'm not a huge guy.
So then you also got
size wise.
So if you're talking dick to body ratio,
What does matter is length times diameter plus weight over girth divided by angle of the tip squared, okay? When we are talking about penis size, we can't just use a tape measure. We need a scale and a protractor as well.
for men, you clearly have to bring up my favorite thing to talk about: nipple to tit ratio for women.
Oh yeah.
Nipple to tit ratio is so important. So obviously, you know,
So important.
So important. Well, dude, if you see a girl with like an A cup breast, all right, and she's got literally
silver dollars.
she's got a D sized nipple. It's gonna look a little strange. But if you take that same nipple and you strap it to a D or a double D, you're like, oh, okay, you know, the nipple to tit ratio fits.
I mean, granted, a smaller nipple, I guess, looks better, but I've never been turned off by the larger nipples.
Well, are we talking nipple or areola?
Areola.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't
the
want
nipple in its entirety.
I don't want to see like a thimble coming off your fucking tit. Like,
I've seen one of those. Man.
Yeah, I'm not looking for that.
So all right, but that's what I'm saying. Like if you got like full on areola like this on like an A cup, that's gonna look a little strange. But
yeah, Tiny Titty's got a huge nipple.
Yeah, but if you throw that on like a big old fat ass tit, it's not gonna look as strange. You'd be like, okay, you have
ratio
you have a
helps.
giant nipple to tit ratio.
Yeah.
So I guess that is the same way about fucking a 7 foot tall dude with a average size wang will look a lot smaller.
What's Wonder Woman's nipple ratio?
Oh, it's probably perfect.
Oh, dude, everything about
Probably amazing.
Everything
Probably about her nipples are probably the size of a quarter.
Yes, size of a quarter.
She's probably got nice double D tits.
Oh man, you had a
Yeah.
porno
Wonder
of the
Woman
week?
is just unbelievable.
Was Wonder Woman in your porno of the week?
No, my porno of the week is
Dude, she fucking doesn't her lasso like make people? It's like the
Tell the
lasso of truth, right?
Yeah.
But it's more like the lasso of lust. Like it makes people just want to fucking drill her as if they already didn't want
yeah,
to.
right, yeah. Just basically, they're just telling her like, "I love you and I want to bang you."
The lasso of truth is pretty much like she's making men tell her what she wants to hear, which what men do with really hot bitches. Like they're hitting you with their lasso of truth, and you're just like, "I'll tell you anything.
I'll tell you what you want because
whatever
you're
you want to
fucking
hear.
perfect."
I'll tell you right now, hit me with your perfect areolas, please.
You're saying that in the DC comic world, you think that Aquaman is slinging the biggest meat.
He's got the biggest dick in DC.
How about supervillain? I'll tell you what, right now, Darkseid, laughable.
Yeah,
laughable.
I'm thinking it might be Joker, dude.
Who's got the biggest? Is it?
The biggest villain out of DC Comics.
Biggest
wang
for supervillain from DC.
Probably gonna go Joker, dude, because that guy's just so psycho. Like he don't give a fuck. You know what he reminds me of? Like who should have played Joker in his prime? Probably can't get away with it now. Willem Dafoe.
Oh my God, yes.
Willem Dafoe as a Joker would be fucking incredible. And you know who has a massive fucking donger?
Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe.
Yeah. So you knew about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone
in Hollywood apparently knows.
Well, he did a movie
They show
where he
it.
was fully nude.
It's fucking scary.
And it was like literally smacking his kneecap. And I was
Yeah.
like, holy shit. Flaccid.
Flaccid.
Running, he was like running around a room
totally
or
soft.
something. And
Just,
thing was just like
banging between the legs.
hit him in the face and shit. Hit the camera. I was like, dude, holy shit. He did play the Green Goblin.
Yeah.
So, but there's been crossovers before.
Bro.
But I think Willem Dafoe would have played an excellent fucking Joker.
Excellent Joker, man. 100%.
Hell fucking yes.
That would have been really good. I like that.
But yeah, the Joker character itself reminds me of like Willem Dafoe. So maybe that's why I'm
see
thinking
that.
Joker is just packing a fucking sauce.
Packing a
and shit in
fucking,
there.
some serious.
Some kielbasa.
What about Kingpin?
Tiny wang.
Tiny.
Too big.
Tiny.
Goes back to what Miss Galore was telling us
Yes.
before.
So like
He's
arrogant though.
That's why.
That's
'Cause
why.
He's got a tiny wang.
And he's got a tiny wang and a ton of money.
Compensation.
Compensation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the guy with like the
sucked in.
F650 fucking dually, triple dually, 8-wheel fucking truck. Like, come on, bro.
This is why I drive a Hyundai Elantra.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we weighed in on some superhero wang sizes and Wonder Woman's areolas. So that's really good. I think it's pretty good about what they're packing.
Let us know. Who do you think? Who do you think's got the biggest wang
in the DC comic universe?
And who do you think's got the loosest cooch?
Oh wait, are we going loosest or lippiest?
I don't know.
It's all. I don't know.
Okay, so
I'm going Lois Lane, even though she's not a hero. Lois Lane's got the fucking loosest cooch.
What does it look like?
You ever Google blue waffle?
What?
Yeah.
I hate you so much.
No.
So,
there's no way. Like, he can't even fucking. Oh god.
You don't know? Oh no.
Yeah, don't.
So don't do it. If you ever want to like sleep again,
Superman can't control himself, dude. Especially when he's trying to bust. I mean, he could, like, he's pounding that fucking thing.
I don't know. This is why he should just be with fucking Wonder Woman, because only she would be able to take that.
Maybe he lets her do
small. Listen, small, large, whatever. From how fast he can move and how much.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Like
Lois Lane. I don't know why she's not in a wheelchair.
They apparently had a kid in the comics.
That poor lady.
Dude, that guy, if he busts in her, it's like coming out of the top of her head. Like,
He'd
it's just
kill
gonna...
her.
There's been a lot of conversation.
Maybe, maybe when they have sex, like she has to like have like some sort of kryptonite in the room to like kind of downgrade his superhero-ness.
It's like a kryptonite dildo.
Yeah.
Kryptonite butt plug.
She shoves it in his ass.
Maybe she puts a kryptonite butt plug in.
So what, his balls touch
and
it every
then
time?
come fuck, yeah. Like, oh, hold on a second, let me put it in my... Hey!
That's so gross. Kryptonite condom.
Nah, you can't wear a kryptonite condom. That'll just fuck up this whole shit. Come on, bro. How are you gonna bust with a kryptonite condom on? All right, so I think that's enough about superhero fucking wangs.
Yeah, we'll definitely bring that segment back because that shit's gonna be really fucking funny, and I think people are gonna love it. Shout out to my boy Andrew Lombardo. Before we even did this podcast together, him and I actually talked about this segment years ago and thought it would be fucking hilarious. So let's actually bring that to life.
Thanks for the content, bro.
Thank you very much. Let's move on to our final segment of
favorite
the
segment.
Night. What is the etiquette?
We out here.
Somebody gave us a great suggestion. So we had a female viewer give us a great idea for a what's the etiquette. And her what's the etiquette was basically a question for us. And I guess for us to give some perspective from the male point of view. How do you get a guy to leave after a booty call?
Her words were after a bang.
After a bang, yeah. How do you get a guy to leave after a bang?
After a bang.
So you have somebody come over, whether it's a one-night stand, a booty call. You get that post-nut clarity. Obviously now we know women definitely have it as well.
Mm-hmm.
You get post-nut clarity. How do you get somebody to get the fucking message that, hey, it's time to go and I don't want to cuddle? So how would you want a woman, how would you want a girl to let you know, hey, we ran the course, time to fucking go?
I think, all right, so in the scenario, we're at her place, I'm assuming?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah, well, she could just get up and fucking leave if she wants to.
That's what I'm saying. So,
right.
All right, so in the scenario, we're at their place and it's all done.
Done the deed.
And they're like...
And you might have the idea about lingering, maybe trying to hang out and cuddle.
I don't know why the fuck that would ever happen, but...
You never know. Maybe he's really
okay,
into
so
her.
or maybe I like the girl.
Clarity, yeah.
Okay, but again, that would involve me not being honest. That's tough, man. Like, I personally would just like the honesty of like, so that was great. You know, I got a lot of shit to do, and then
Right.
like, enough said.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'll let myself out.
Yeah.
And that's it. You know,
Yeah,
do you need help cleaning up? We're good. All right, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's just like that. Just like, all right, I'll let myself out then. Thank you very much. You know, good game. You know, give him a little pound.
Yeah, right.
The question was, how do they get rid of you?
How do they get rid of you?
Yeah.
Well,
if you want to stay, if you're the guy that wants to stay and they want to get rid of you.
Yeah.
See, that's a struggle for me because like 99.9% of the time, I know what I'm going into when I get there anyway. So I'm not wanting to stay. I don't think it's going to be one of... I don't think I would be able to... I don't think I would read the signs incorrectly of, oh, I'm going to sleep with this person and then we're going to hang out because we both like each other. I'm going to know that going in of like, all right, I know what
some
this
people
is.
linger.
Some people
linger,
do. Some people
wanna
do.
hang
I know
out.
me personally, I'd be like, that was great.
I think you just dropped the fucking...
I know how I get out of it. Like, meaning like if I want to leave right away.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I've done it before. I'm like, oh, that was great. I gotta go get my laundry, so I'll see you later. She was not happy about that, but literally it was like, oh, God. All right, I gotta go do my laundry, so I'll see you later. She was speechless, and I did let myself out.
Yeah, I kind of touched on this before on another subject we talked about, but it's like, I just kind of start standing up and like putting my clothes on and kind of
like just
standing
in
by the
slow
door
motion, just
and
move
it's
out of
like, and I had the one girl in particular, like, oh, you don't like cuddling at all. And I said, that's what I said on the last episode. You don't like to cuddle at all, do you? I'm like, and then I think your response was like, not with you.
Not with you.
But yeah, I mean, and then you kind of get the idea. But I think it's up for the girl, if a dude is lingering, you obviously, you just drop a couple fucking hints. Like, hey, I got a busy day tomorrow. Or, hey, I think I'm going to take it down soon. Or
turn on some Desperate Housewives and the guy's going to want to scream.
No, you definitely don't turn on the TV. Because then he's
no,
gonna
that's like,
out.
I feel like if you turn on the TV, that's an invite to, like, chill.
Let's lounge.
Yeah.
Something horrible?
Yeah, it's still, it's like almost like an open invitation.
Say, like, maybe fucking...
You can't even say, be honest, because God forbid that would happen from anybody. I'm talking about men or women. Yeah. It's fucking, no one's ever honest.
No,
but that would be the best
something
bet.
Along the lines of, hey, I think I'm about to take it down, or hey, I had a lot of fun. Why don't you call me tomorrow?
Like, I'm about to go to bed at 3:30 in the afternoon. But, all right, you'll get the hint that way. Be like, alrighty then, I'll get out of here. And if they don't get the hint from that, it's like, I want you to fucking leave. I just told you I'm going to bed. It's 3:30. Clearly, I don't want you here. Please leave.
Yeah, I think everybody's afraid of hurting somebody.
Well, it could just be one of those, like, you open it to a different discussion. Do you want them to leave right away because it wasn't good? And that's why you want to get them out as soon as possible? Mm-hmm. Or was it good, but you know the deal and you just, like, that was great.
Thank you.
Thank you. You know.
So,
but I mean,
call you tomorrow?
Yeah, like, it's like, oh, that was great. Let's do this again sometime soon. I think that's a closing statement of, like, you got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
I mean, right? Yeah. Like, yeah, that was great. Like, okay, let's do it again sometime.
If it's a true booty call, like if you're inviting somebody over, like you didn't meet somebody at a bar and bring them back.
Well, that's
you didn't
different.
Go out on a date and then bring them back.
We didn't say booty call. We said a bang.
Right. Well, what's a bang? Like a bang could be a booty call.
Well, you never.
Someone home from a bar.
But here's the thing: like if you take somebody home from a bar versus a booty call, that's what I'm saying. So like, well, yeah, that wasn't
that shit wasn't planned.
If it's a booty call,
married now.
If it's a booty call and you're calling somebody up to come over just to fuck.
More often than not, that's going to be late at night.
Yeah, but you should also preface it with like, hey, I got to get up early. Like, can you come over? I can't hang out that long. Like, you should already, if you're expecting them to leave right after the deed is done, you should kind of
hint at it beforehand. Of like,
let them know.
Like, come on over. We'll have some fun, and then you gotta.
But if you go out and just on a whim happen to bring somebody back and think you're really into it, and then you hit that post-nut clarity right after it's over, then you gotta drop some fucking hints.
Yeah.
Hey, I think I'm kind of I
got some shit to do tomorrow. I gotta go on social media all day.
Take my cat to go see Santa Claus tomorrow morning, so I think you gotta go. I'm like, it's July.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh shit.
You gotta drop a couple hints, and if they don't get the hints, what do? Let's say that. Like, so let's say you drop one or two hints, and you're like, I gotta get up really early in the morning, or I gotta, whatever it is, and hope that they don't. The hope that they get it, and like, all right, I'm gonna go. But let's say they don't.
Well, I will fully say that I've been in the situation of there were no hints dropped. Okay. I obviously knew
you're at
what
somebody's
it was.
house. You're talking about.
Yes.
Okay.
There were no hints dropped, and she was just straight up like, "That was great. So you can leave." And I'm like, "Well said." I mean, what do you say? I mean, at that like,
I would be like, high five.
Yeah, like, this is awesome.
All right, bro. See you tomorrow.
And this is one of those situations that, obviously I told you about a friends with benefit that actually worked. It's one of those. I'm like, all right, that was great. Like,
yes.
We did what we wanted to do. Now you can get the fuck out of here. She basically dropped it like, you can get the fuck out.
A girl can get away with that much easier than I think a guy could get away with.
Oh, dude, we will be demonized and beaten to death in town square.
Yeah.
If we ever did something like that, that's just. I think that's definitely because it seems more mean coming from us, no matter how we say it.
Well, yeah.
Versus, if a girl says it to a dude and a dude gets upset over it, it's kind of like.
I don't think a dude's gonna. I think
depends. If the dude likes her,
if a dude's into a chick, he's gonna feel upset.
Talk to people about it. You know what I mean?
What, afterwards?
Like,
if anything,
if anything, she hates me.
If that happened to him, I know damn straight. Right when he gets in the car, he's fucking calling me to tell me, dude, you're never gonna believe what just happened. You know what I mean?
This bitch kicked me the fuck out.
This bitch kicked me right out, bro. Like, I came and she was like, all right, that's great. Like, give me my clothes. Like, you get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out. I was like putting my shirt on through the door. Like,
Yeah,
all right,
God damn it,
God
Jesus.
damn, bitch. So you gotta obviously try to drop a couple hints. If they don't get the hint,
then
honestly, hey, like you gotta go.
What I would say is like, listen, I don't want to be mean or rude, but I kind of want to chill out and be alone now. You know, that was a lot of fun. You know, like I would just appreciate like, if we hang out. You know, like maybe we can hang out another time. Honesty. But yeah,
hey, I want to hang out not with you right now.
Yeah, like I just I'm good. Like I got what I wanted from you, so you could fucking leave. But just in a nicer way of saying it, like.
Or not.
Ouch.
I mean, does it really hurt though? Because at the same time, you're like, I still had sex. Like, I mean, how upset could you be?
Yeah, but I think if somebody's lingering, it's because they kind of like you.
Or maybe
I think if someone's if someone has the same idea as you and you've done the deed, they're gonna be working towards the door as fast as you want them to leave.
Maybe, but also at the same time, what if it's one of those situations of they don't know how to get up and leave, but they want to?
Right.
So you're both thinking the same thing, and no one is fucking saying it.
Yeah, well, so that's why it's up to the person who lives there to throw the signal.
You're like, how do I get the fuck out of here right now?
Yeah.
And then meanwhile, she's like, how do I get him the fuck out of here right now? Like, it's both thinking the same thing, but no one's saying anything.
One little line, like, hey, I gotta get up tomorrow or something. And if he doesn't get the signal, then maybe he's thinking something else. Because I think if you throw out one little signal like that...
Then they're like,
hey, all right, I'm already in my car.
Said.
That's great, because I just auto-started my truck.
Yeah, right.
My truck's already running.
How about... Oh no, that'd be a good way if the shoe was on the other foot of you clearly want to get out of there. Like just say the girl wanted you to stay, but you want to get out of there. You do a auto start on your car as like a little signal, like I'm gonna go.
Jesus Christ! You fucking auto start your car before you even like put your shirt back on.
Dude.
You fucking scumbag.
Well, I mean, you could lead up to like, it's like, what, is it cold out? Yeah. You like ask her, and she's like, it's like, yeah, it's kind of cold. Okay, well, like,
oh my,
yeah, like,
dude,
I don't want it to be freezing out when I get in my car in 5 minutes.
Imagine the looks on the faces of you auto starting a fucking car like right after you blow load.
Like right afterwards. Oh my god!
You just hear the truck start up and
like right afterwards.
So did you want to hang out or? Yeah.
Oh, that's too good.
So I think the rule of thumb would be if you're at your place, you have somebody come over, you gotta drop 2 or 3 hints.
Yeah.
You gotta try and drop 2 or 3 hints
before you need to
2 or
just
3
be
hints,
harsh.
and if they don't get the 2 or 3 hints, then you gotta be like, listen. I think you gotta go. I got shit I gotta do. I can't be. I'm way past my bed. Whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Some bullshit. Like my sister's cat just puked or something. Who knows? Make up something, and to draw the point, like you gotta fucking go.
You gotta go.
But you gotta give them 2 or 3 chances
to take the hint.
Take the hint. Yeah.
Yeah, and they could be like little tiny chances. You know what I mean? In the span of like 60 seconds, they don't get it by then.
I gotta say though, like as a man. As the dude, if a girl did that to me, I would probably, sometimes I could be a little emotional bitch, I guess. So I would probably be like, oh man, maybe she's not into me. Maybe she didn't enjoy it. I guess she didn't like it. She's asking me to leave right after. Because you would expect a girl to want to cuddle.
Oh.
So it's a fucking tricky area.
Making a bold statement with that one, man.
You would think, well, that's what I think most, again, this is a question to us to get the male perspective. I think most guys think that girls want to cuddle. Girls want to do this, or don't want to just bang and be done with it. Because that is the stigma on men that we just want to fucking bounce. We just want to fucking leave. We just want to,
If a girl is comfortable enough and secure with herself enough to know exactly what she wants. Of I just wanted to get laid. I think she's got enough balls to straight up just be like, that was great. Like you got to go now.
And that comes back to another one of our friends on Instagram, Kay Cooper, who's funny as fuck, by the way. Shout out to Kay Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
She said, like, I think the best thing is just be honest, like, which we've said multiple times about everything when it comes to dating.
Everything we talk about with dating, all of it could be solved with honesty.
Right.
All of it.
So you be honest from the gate, and then you be honest right afterwards. Mm-hmm. Hey, that was great, but
that's not reality.
No. Well, I think in that instance, you just don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. Like, you just don't want to hurt somebody's feelings.
But this is why, if you're again with the honesty from the get-go, from the beginning, if you're honest before the person even gets there, then you don't even really have to, get into that whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you do, like you told them what was going on, like before they even got here, And then it seems as though like listen, like I already told you that like I don't want you to stay after we're done.
Mm-hmm.
You might have to get into that point of like, so yeah, remember how I told you before, like I got shit to do or this and anything. Like, you know, I was serious, so like, you know, we'll hang out again another time. You know, that was great. I had a lot of fun. See it.
Yeah.
Like, you get the fuck out.
Fuck out.
Yeah. So there's a million ways to answer that, though. I think we put our point into perspective.
Yeah, every situation is on its own merit. You know, you got to kind of play it by ear.
Learn how to do improv. It helps with everything.
And like we said, be honest. Just be honest. You know, truth hurts sometimes, and as long as you're honest, how
hurts
they
a
feel,
lot, but
but
it feels better than a lie, in my opinion.
Oh yeah. Don't lie to somebody. And you know, who knows? Maybe if you're honest, you can establish a better relationship with this person. I mean, understanding from both sides is the key to all that shit. So
I agree.
So yeah, be honest, and if they don't get it on the second or third time, be brutally honest.
Yeah, you gotta
listen. I told you I had to get up in the morning. Like, you really gotta get the fuck out of here right now.
You must leave now.
Right. Thanks for the dick or the pussy, whatever the fuck you gotta say.
Yeah.
In Steve-O's case, the dick. So Steve-O Cam is cut off, so we can say whatever the fuck we want right now.
I know, right?
We can't even interject. So hey, Steve-O loves big black cock and midgets. Oh, midget horse porn. We're gonna get into that.
We're gonna regret this right afterwards. He's gonna beat the living shit out of both of us at the same time.
Yeah.
Steve was a martial artist.
It's a brown belt.
Anyway, that's pretty much a wrap for episode 9 of TTB Thicker Than Blood podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I like that TTB.
TTB, I love it. Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed this.
Titties and Taco Bell. It's like my favorite fucking things.
Titties and Taco Bell. I like that.
Titties and Taco Bell.
I like that. That's actually good.
If Thicker Than Blood Instagram gets canceled or deleted, we're coming back as Titties and Taco Bell podcast.
I actually like that. That's actually not bad. Don't even have to change the logo. TTB.
The creative juice is just flowing out of me, bro.
It's pretty good, man. You got to write that down on the board. I think this was a good one. We got a lot of content on here that will definitely invoke some feedback from you guys on what we want to know from you.
Yeah.
Movies of the week. What's your take on what's the etiquette of this week? What's your take on supervillain and superhero from DC Wang sizes? We want to know all these things for some odd reason.
Well, we know first and foremost that every single Marvel comic character has a bigger wang than every DC character. So
that's a bold statement, man. See? Yeah, see, that's a bold statement.
Really?
Some people might think otherwise. A lot of people don't like Marvel and they like DC more. I know a lot of them. It goes both ways, man. You never know. Tell us what you think. Please. Tell us what you think about that. But please keep liking, keep commenting, keep subscribing, keep sharing. Ring that notification bell. Let us know what you want to hear. Every time we shoot a new episode, we're going to go live beforehand for at least 5 minutes. Talk to everybody.
Yeah.
Hopefully more than 6 people show up in the live again next time. Maybe we won't do it as late. Maybe do it a little bit earlier in the day because we went on kind of late. But we're going to do that so we can keep communicating with you. By then, we'll be out of Instagram jail.
We're free!
And we will actually be able to post things.
Actually, there's a time you guys are watching this right now. We're free as fuck. Actually, no, you know what? I bet you we're back in jail. But
we're going to be back in jail by then.
We were out of jail on Saturday. We're back in on Monday.
You would think we're like posting like Wang pictures or something that we got fucking banned like
no,
that.
You're just talking. You're being too social on social media. Don't do it. You can post all the nipple pics you want, apparently. But
I know. I've seen a lot.
They're all over Instagram now.
Yeah, and it's okay.
But goddamn it, you talk to too many people, we're fucking kicking you out.
You comment and like and use this platform what it was meant to be used for. You piece of shit.
Zuckerberg don't play that shit.
Yeah, no, he don't like that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, episode 9 in the fucking books. Thank you for watching, and we'll fucking see you on the next one.
We're out.
Peace.